I'm back in the verse. What is happening here? Ooh, fancy. Is this part of Vara? Is this a ghost? What am I looking at here? All right, we are back in the verse. I have not played the game since my last video where I had an update between buying my vulture and then realizing I couldn't sell the stuff. So I haven't tried using it again. Since that update, I haven't tried any of the new flight model or the new flight MFDs, anything like that. It's all going to be new to me. That's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to get in there. The last video I put out was the one, I believe, just talking about my predictions about CitizenCon. Turns out, holy smokes, was I close on a lot of my predictions. But also some surprisingly not correct predictions, or things that were kind of shocking or surprising. Some things I thought were cool, some things I wasn't really a fan of at all. I do have a lot of opinions, of course, just like everyone else on CitizenCon. Not really going to talk a lot about that here. I will talk a little bit quickly about LTI. It's pretty much what I assumed it would always be, but at least they've kind of clarified a bit more on how it'll work. And I'm going to put out a video on just explaining LTI, my thoughts on it, and for helping new players to understand whether or not it's really something to be kind of interested in. I think, in a way, the way it's being handled is good. It shouldn't be a massive thing. It shouldn't be a thing that really gives anyone a huge advantage. But on a massive ship, if you have a large ship like a capital-sized ship, or even something as big as like a Hercules, I think having LTI would be pretty awesome on that, so that you never have to worry about that ship. And so, there are things going on right now, like the referral bonus. So if you get yourself a game package for the first time, you do get a referral hover quad with LTI. You can CCU that, unlike the contest-winning ships that you can't CCU. You can CCU the referral bonus ship, and that will give you LTI forwards. But you can't melt it, so you have to really be sure. You can only kind of upgrade up for those ships. And I think something like that, something like a new player getting that and being able to then eventually decide on a ship that they like and they want. Hello? Hello? Can I point out also, they still haven't fixed this. That's still not fixed. It was fixed for one patch and never was again. Also, the frame rates are kind of rough. I called my vulture and it's not here, so let's try that again. Things are not running super smooth. Anyways, I think if you are looking to get into the game, getting a game package, and you get the referral bonus that's going on right now. Hello? Uh-oh, this is not looking good. I think it's a good deal. Well, first of all, it's a good deal because you do get a hover quad. And if you get something like the cutter, I recommend that one currently. That's a pretty awesome deal. You'll get yourself into the game, and you could always upgrade that in the future if you really have a ship that you want to make sure that you don't have to ever worry about being paid out because you don't have a warranty on that ship. I think that's pretty awesome. I'm currently unable to call ships right now. This is why I haven't been playing the game, because there was degraded performance for a while, and with that it was causing issues with not even being able to get into the game. So I thought I would just kind of wait a bit and see where things went, but right now this is where it is right now. I'm gonna actually check real quick. What is it again? Our display info. What? Where is server FPS? Server FPS 0.1. Yes, I think we figured out the issue here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reload. Oh, there we go. Maybe it'll get better. Maybe it'll actually start doing stuff. Maybe it'll actually do a server recovery. This will be kind of interesting to see if this works. Because this feels like garbage. It is 3.24 0.23 or I can't remember what it is now. There is like a hot fix out that was supposed to fix this. It no longer says degraded server performance on the launcher, but I'm not believing that based on what I'm seeing. So this is I'm starting to play this here at about noon on Sunday. We'll see how this goes. My plan is to just kind of try doing some salvage and actually make money, and at the same time I'm going to check out the new MFDs. So we're going to come back when things have either recovered or when I have to reload, and we'll be in my ship. Maybe what I'm going to do is I'm going to head out to Everest Harbor. I'm going to set a spawn there to make things quicker, or maybe HORL2, Faithful Dream, one of my favorite places to go when I'm mining. Maybe I'll go there, and I'll set up kind of a spot there to set up shop, and then we're going to go do some salvage. So let's leave this display info on while we load up. See when it gets me to a server. Server FPS 12? 10, 12? It's showing me that currently. Game FPS on a loading screen 8. Oh, and now 50. Server FPS 6.6, 7.1. None of that is an awesome number, but we are back in. I think I'm gonna just, like I said, I'm gonna head to, what's FPS? Showing about 10. Yeah, you're not gonna have to see me go through all this again. I will join you guys in a moment in Everest Harbor, assuming everything goes well. So it looks like our average server FPS is around 9. Not great. I changed my mind. I know I just said that I'm going to shoot in a space and be in a space station and then come back with you guys. I changed my mind for that because I forgot. New MFDs. New kind of interior of the ship as far as like how it works. And a change in controls. And why not experience that together? Also, we're riding the train with our friends. Look at this. Hi, friends. Another thing I've kind of noticed is, you notice I got my Aerial backpack here. It's not showing up. I don't know why. It's kind of invisible. I've noticed that in actually the last patch as well, that it doesn't show up. It's invisible. Not sure if that's just with this core or general or just that backpack. I haven't tried putting on a different backpack, but kind of interesting in that case. All right. Do I have to claim my vulture? I know CIG said, look it, we're realizing people are just using the claim feature all the time and claiming perfectly good ships. Yeah, because we lose perfectly good ships. We land them and then it says to claim them. Very rarely am I claiming a ship because I don't want to refuel it or repair it. Usually I'm reclaiming it because a ship that is perfectly good says, if you want it, you got to claim it again. I could just go to my hangar and try to call my ship that way, but let's try this way again. Retrieve. Wait. Wait. Wait.
Your vehicle has been delivered.
All right. Has it been delivered? Will it be there? Let's find out. Whoa, I almost ran into that. That's the elevator I always use, buddy. All right. Let's go this one. Let's go here. Well, that was pretty quick. That's boding well. It's moving me. That's good. Means I'm not locked out of my hangar. Server FPS hanging around 10. I'll take it. Vulture showing up there. Ooh, that was a bit stuttery. And there it is. Perfect. Okay, we're good. We're good, we're good, we're good. Let's get into our ship. This does feel laggy. What's my actual FPS? 22. Yeah. Alright. This is one issue I have with things like CitizenCon or upcoming with Luminalia with Christmas and the Christmas break. CAG is going to push out a patch. No matter what, they're going to push out a patch. Some patches, they wait, they test, they release. They're not great, but they've got most things kind of ironed out. But during something like CitizenCon or right at the end of the year, they always go, well, we got a patch. We got to get this patch out. There's a deadline. And then this is what we get. And then usually the one around Christmas time, there's like, you know, skeleton crew working. So, not the best. Okay. Is my ship already on? Ship's already on. Weird. So you get in your seat with the ship already on, and it's got like... So we got... How do I switch these? Where's the menu? Is it these? Oh, there we go. Okay. Display... MFD casts. Coupled mode. What? Alright, I'm gonna have to figure those out. Oh wait, what's gunner? Gunner. Show precision lines. Oh, so is this like all my, like, what I'm seeing, like, in this area? Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to figure that out later. Lorville Landing Services, hail. Cool. This is the one that's over there. That's power management. How come this one is underlined in yellow and that one's underlined in black? I don't know. But this is where you can, like... Oh, I've got extra 2 output. Where can I put those in? I'll have to figure that out. What are all these? Salvage beam? Ooh, but salvage beam has full power already. Coolers. Quantum drives. Oh, maybe I got 2 because my engines are off. We'll figure that out in a bit. Guns. Shows me my ammo. Oh, and ammo's right here too. Okay, cool. We got ammo there. Gimbal. Group. Guns, all. How do I switch groups? I don't know. We'll figure that out. But that's kind of interesting. I like that. It just shows me my shields. Self status. Oh, that's better. Because it shows me my... This is basically what's down there. Shields and guns. That's kind of handy. Target status. No target. Scanning. Let's leave it on that. We got our little blurry... I like the noise it's making. Burp, burp, burp. Got my decoys. Got my noise. I don't... Is that my afterburner? Is that like my thrust? 100% remaining. What mode I'm in? VTOL gear. Okay, coupled. Where's my altitude? Altitude's here. Velocity. Okay, so I am gonna take display info off. Oh, I hit the wrong key. Want to hit tab. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna take that off so I can actually see there. So if I hit I. Oh yeah, okay. So now my engines are on, and that uses up my 2 bars. So if I wanted more bars, like shield generators, I can get less shield for more engine power. Salvage beam. Radar. Life support. Can I take life support off? We don't actually have life support in game right now, right? So if I turn that off... Engines. Yes! Oh, why did I just take... Where did I take power from to get that? There we go. More to shields, more to engines. I still have my salvage. Yeah, that seems to be working. I haven't died from suffocation. Cool. Alright. Yeah, let's go... I'm assuming Control N. No, no, that's... Was it Alt N? I've already... There we go. Yes. Some things I do without thinking that I actually, if I think about it, I hit the wrong key. Is it Control? Is it Alt? I gotta remember all the time. So one thing I learned recently, and I'll show you when I'm out of here. Actually, I'll show you when I get closer to actually salvaging. That... Okay, I'm gonna switch into nav mode. There we go. When you're moving your ship around, when you're doing stuff like this, and you want to stop your ship, just hold Z, and that actually stops your ship which is really handy in this view when you're trying to position yourself. Holding Z moves you around, but if you just move like this, you're moving, but if you hold Z again, it brings your ship to a stop. I just discovered that. I don't know if that's always been in the game, but somehow I've managed to not notice that for the longest time. Altitude's going Y. How is... This is... Okay. This is going to be part of me learning about this game. How do I... Mouse wheel's not making my max speed go up anymore. Or down. How do I do that? Is it Alt now? Oh, it is! Okay, so right here. Max speed right there. 625. Alt. That's not a good change. Oh, that's a bad change. Why is it Alt scroll? Why do they take things that normally were easy and normally really good, like the power for a mining beam, and go, well, people are using that a lot. Maybe we'll make it so they have to hold down Alt to use it. And now they're doing the same. Oh, and we're back to another server error. Ugh. This might be a video that I'm going to make in 2 parts over multiple days if the server errors come to the point where I'm no longer able to at least get to a salvage job. Yeah, why do they make this Alt? Hopefully I can rebind that to being back to scroll wheel. Like, I don't know, what does scroll wheel do right now if it's not changing your max speed? Because if they change that to Alt, that means it must be doing something else. So what is it? What is the scroll wheel doing that they've taken it away a basic handy function out of there? I don't know. Alright, we're going to hang out here. We're going to wait for the server error to, like, fix itself. I should have kept the text on from display info so I could see it coming, but then it's covering up my MFD. Got my hydrogen quantanium fuel on the bottom corner. I kind of like the bars, but at least those are numbers. What are M's? 35 M of hydrogen. What's an M? Why not L's? Why not? Maybe it's million liters? I don't know. Percent would be better. I honestly think percent would be better. How much percentage of fuel do I have left? 5%, 10%? You don't need to know how many liters you have. It's better to see, even like in my car, it shows me liters per 100 kilometers. And then I know how much I'm using, or just, you know, just percentage. Quantanium fuel, how much you have, that's fine, because you're not needing it until you're setting a route. So it's kind of useful in that way. And I'm still not sure what 100% remaining over here is. You can see where I'm pointing. What is that? I'm not sure. But judging by the fact that they've changed the scroll wheel, tells me that this is going to be interesting to learn all again about salvaging. Did they change everything with the salvage beam as well? We will see. Also, just because I'm not going to remember what I'm talking about once I, you know, start recording in another day, the plan for this, what I'm going to do here is I want to try doing some basic salvage jobs. I also did have an issue with salvage before where salvage jobs don't show up on my other account. And the only way to fix that, so if you've had that issue, is get somebody else to share a salvage job with you. They share that salvage job, you take that salvage job, that fixes it. Every patch it breaks. I did notice that that is the case on the last patch. I'm assuming it's going to be on this one, so I'm going to check my other account. If that's the case, I'm going to get somebody to share a salvage job with me and make a quick video showing how that gets fixed, so that'll be put out there. But just in case you're watching this and you have that issue where you don't have any salvage jobs, I only had illegal show up but not legal salvage jobs, then what you need to do is you just need to get somebody else to share like the basic arrow salvage job, the starter job, and once you do that, it fixes it again. So we'll do that. My mouse is working and my little pointy is working, but I'm just sitting here waiting away. Yeah, I think that's it. My plan is I'm gonna try using this stock vulture the way it is. I'm not gonna upgrade it, and I'm gonna go salvage until I find a vulture salvage job. At which point I'm gonna take the scrapers that are off that salvaged vulture and see if I can upgrade my ship that way. That's my plan. I want to try getting into upgrading my ship by taking components off other ships. I think that sounds super awesomely fun to me. More fun than buying or building is to find and replace. So that's what I'm going to do, but I think you've had enough of this frozen screen here. What I'm going to do is I'm for sure now not going to come back with you guys until I actually have a salvage job right in front of me, and then we're going to be taking that job. So this has been less than stellar, but you know, they removed the degraded performance sign, so that means it's fixed, right? Right? We'll see. I'll be back soon. Hopefully. So after maybe about 5 minutes of server error, I actually went to the main menu and then back by choosing just to enter the game again. Still my ship in the same place, but now I can move it. Got to Faithful Dream and tried to call to land and haven't... first of all, why is my vulture showing up at being 1.8 meters away? I know, I'm in it. That's weird. Called to land and haven't received it. So I'm going to end comms this way, and I'm going to just try calling Faithful Dream this way. Maybe that'll work. Maybe that'll give me... Ooh. And it did. Perfect. Here's another thing that I'm kind of complaining about with the mouse wheel. So right there, I want to set my maximum speed so I don't ram into the thing. Alt up down, it doesn't change. It only changes when you're holding forwards and then rotating. And see it change there? It, at the very least, you should be able to set it while you're not holding thrust, so that you know what your maximum speed is set to, so that you can... Oh, it's this one here. I was like, what happened to my door? Yeah. Like, at the very least, let us set it while it's not moving, so that we can see where it's set. That's kind of a bad design choice to this. So, obviously, it's like one person designing the MFDs, one person designing the controls. They're not the same person, and so when you change your system, it's going to be interacting with someone else's system. Not great, but understandable. So we've managed now to get in. Oh, is my gear down? Why am I not? Oh, it is. It's just I'm not actually touching the ground yet. Okay. There we go. So we've managed, after 20 minutes, closer to half hour for me, to get to Faithful Dream. I'm going to go set my spawn here, and that way, if the inevitable happens and I am suddenly, you know, floating dead in space, I can always get back to this location without having to do what I just did. So we're gonna do that. Gonna go set our spawn. Whoa! Alright, I'll take it. That was unexpected. The elevator scooped me up as it arrived. Maybe there's a vacuum in it. Sucked right in. Air pressure. Pretty amazing. Should I... No, I'm not going to store my ship. I just realized... Ooh, why do I have 4? What's the other one that's just showed up?
Welcome to the ASOC vehicle retrieval system.
What wasn't on there before? Was it the Nox? Maybe it was the Nox because that's a ground vehicle. Although that should have showed up the other ones. Alright, clinic over this way. Once we're done this, we're going to take our first job. I'm going to risk it. This might be a mistake. This might be more trouble than it's worth. Okay, current location, Keltor X. Perfect. That's what we want. Let's get ourselves a... Ooh. Why is it all sparkly here? What is that? Space dust. At least it's kept out of the clinic. Alright, we're going to go back to our hangar. And then we're going to take a job. We're going to try to find one close to... there we go. Close to HRL2. That way we don't have far to go. If I can find one right at HRL2, that's going to be awesome. But first we're going to get back into our ship. I could go through the ramp at the back, but let's just take the ladder. I don't tend to use my Vulture with yellow paint. I always have the green on it, but it's a nice industrial look. There was one, I believe, that had like orange on it. I thought that one looked really cool. I'm not sure how I feel about the BIS purple. It's kind of a cool look, but it's not one I'm a big fan of to use myself. Same with the skull one. I can understand you're a pirate, you want to wear the skull paints on there. And it's because with the skull one, this like fin at the top there is kind of covering your skull eyes, like little skull sunglasses, and I'm not a big fan of that. But alright, we're in our ship. Power on our engines. And while we're letting those kind of spool up, let's look at our contracts. And we do have salvage jobs. We only have 2. Mick L5, Arc L1. Arc L1's relatively close. It's going to cost me $1,000. So if this fails, I'm going to be out $1,000, but that's not too bad because I got 73 left. And we're going to risk flying all the way to Arc L1 in this. So this is what I talked about before. Watch this. We're going to spin around and hold Z. Oh, except for I was going too fast. Go back this way. It's because I was holding X also. Hold Z, it kind of stops me. I can aim, stop. So when I'm trying to like aim from third-person view, holding Z allows me to adjust my ship and point it where I want to go without having to start and stop switching views to get myself centered again. So I like that. That's kind of handy so that I'm able to kind of see the outside of my ship, which is good for making sure I have enough space to get out in a hangar like this. But more importantly, when we're doing salvage, when I'm trying to position my ship to get close to where the back ramp can open up and I can pull things in. One thing I'll also point out is I have a multi-tool with me with the tractor beam. I made sure of that beforehand, so that's pretty good to have that. So we need to go to Wide Forest Station. It says it up here in the corner, which is good. So if I just type forest, Wide Forest, set that route, and then we are in what mode? We're in nav mode, so let's just go to quantum jump mode. This way? And we're gonna jump right through the station. That'll be kind of fun. Cool. Goodbye, station, and hello, Wide Forest Station. Not wide deforestation, which I don't want. Let's keep the trees. All right. 19.2 gigameters. It'll take a bit to get there. Ooh, we're getting close. Less than 1 gigameter. Now we're in the millimeters. We're almost there. I am not enjoying this for different reasons than what might appear on the screen. I started playing this around noon. At around 10:30 today, I was at the pharmacy and got a flu shot in one arm and a COVID shot in another arm. Server error! Okay, maybe I am not enjoying this for the same reasons that it might appear on stage. But I was also going to point out that I also am dealing with a torn rotator cuff, which is on the mend. And so having needles jammed into that shoulder hasn't really improved it. And that's my right hand. That's the mousy hand. This hand right here that's swinging this around. So I've tried lowering my standing desk and standing up so that it's kind of at a different position. Because if it's too low where I sit at, my arm's too high. If I'm standing with it normal, it hurts as well. It all hurts. This all hurts. Here's my issue. Here's what I'm worried about. If the server error doesn't fix itself and I try reloading again, there's a good chance that I'm going to have lost this job. So I'm just going to hold on to waiting here for a while. And if it recovers, cool. If it doesn't, what might happen is I might lose the ability to take salvage jobs because of this. And I'll have to do that fix I was talking about. I don't know if that's the case. If that does happen, I'm definitely not going to be doing any more today. I'm definitely going to take a break and then try this again either later this evening or maybe tomorrow, because this does seem to be a fix that's unplayable. I went from not being able to log in or 30Ks crashing the server every 5 minutes to this, which is trying to do server recovery, but in my opinion, much worse. So, we'll see. CIG, like I said, gets their... I just realized my audio in OBS looks like it's freaking out as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of... I'll talk about CIG tends to like put out patches that are rushed during big events. This is what happens. So if you're looking to get into the game, you're looking at playing the game, I say this is a good time to join because the referral bonus and the cutter package is an awesome deal. However, playing the game, not awesome right now. So this is the issue also with things like free flies when they push out a patch and push out a free fly. They're trying to get people in the game, but the game is this. So, okay, first of all, it's come back. But I don't think I have my job anymore. Contracts. History. Accepted. Offers. History. Salvage. Abandoned. I didn't abandon it. Also, there's no offers. Alright. So how I feel about that? I think we're done. I think we're done for at least, a few hours. Maybe I'll come back this evening. Maybe some things will have been fixed. But this video is going to end here as a part 1 of 2. And I'll just kind of talk about how I feel about what I've seen so far. Not about the gameplay, because that is something that will change. It will improve. But we're going to talk about the MFDs for at least the Drake. I know they're different for each ship. Positives and negatives. We'll start with the negatives. Get those out of the way first. The speed, maximum and lower speed. The fact that if I'm doing this, and I can hold Alt and you can see it. So what I'm talking about is right here, in case you don't know where I'm looking. If I hold and then hold Alt and the mouse wheel, I can set my maximum speed. But as soon as I stop pushing W and hold out, it doesn't show me where I've set it. It's kind of expanding and contracting. Those lines are moving, but it's not changing. I think that needs to, at the very least, show up while you're changing it, even if you're not holding W, or I guess S would do the same thing. Yes, it does. I don't like that. I also don't like that it's Alt scroll wheel when it used to be scroll wheel, which was much better in my opinion. I kind of wish fuel showed up as a percentage, and also I noticed it's not on right now. It only shows up when you have this. Nope. Maybe I'm in the wrong mode. Nope. Nope. Oh. Nope. Where'd my fuel go? I did see it before. It was like a little screen up there. I don't see that. So that's an issue. You can't see your fuel percentage. Is this afterburner? Let's find out. Oh, it is. Okay. So that's got a percentage. 75%. It's got both a line and a percentage. That's cool. Okay, so I'm okay with that. That's kind of awesome. The radar, this kind of thing here, kind of hard to read. Not a super big fan of that. Also, kind of being a little nitpicky here, but it's orange. This is orange. This is orange. Cool. Then why is all the light on the edges of the screen and up here green? Why is it green if this is orange? It makes it look like this is not actually part of the screen, but just kind of superimposed on my gameplay footage. This needs to be matching the color of the light. But overall, I think it's cool. I like the little these things, got this little like yellow dot here, another little dot here. You can see that that's like projecting, kind of like how your mobi-glass projects up out of the little dot that's right here, kind of projecting out. That's projecting both your thrust and velocity. This one here, I'm assuming, is for these buttons here. I like that. I think that's cool. Maybe there'll be something like that in the Prospector, kind of showing you a timer for your Quantanium if you've mined that or something like that. I think those are cool. I think if you could somehow eventually kind of change those and set those up differently, that'd be cool too. I really like that. That's kind of a nice touch. And I do overall kind of like them. I know the power bars, people like the triangle. I like the triangle as well, but I don't really see a huge issue with the power bar because I'm assuming each power plant will give you a different number of bits of these things, and so you'll be able to like have more bars for more things. This is like the maximum for that type of weapon maybe, or the maximum for that type of cooler, and then like you can work them. Also, that one's got like double the width. I'm assuming that's because those are bigger. I don't know. Interesting. Oh, is my shields off? Is that why I'm not seeing? Oh no, my shields are on. So what's this? Oh, that's my quantum drive. Okay. Yeah. I mean, overall, I like the MFDs. I think they're kind of cool. There's definitely room for improvement, but I think this is kind of neat. These ones are kind of useless down here. If I ever had VR, then those would be awesome. Being able to quickly look around and see the screens. Right now, how am I going to see these? Especially in a fight, these are useless. Especially when their information, like right here, it tells me how many bullets I have left, or like shots I have left charged up in the Bulldogs. They're up there. I like that. That's kind of cool. Let's just quickly go to this mode. This looks unchanged. The only difference is down here I also have my speed, and if I mouse wheel up and down, oh, it's still like how it was before. Except for, oh no, see, now we have the line there. See, this is what I like. So look right here. Look right here. In mining mode, if I hold Alt and mouse wheel, I can see that I'm changing my maximum speed. All the way up, all the way down. It still exists in mining mode, so or salvage mode. That's awesome. So at least I still have that. So maybe when I'm coming for landing, if I want to make sure, I'm gonna have to be in mining mode so I can actually adjust it there. That is better. That's way better than the mode where it's up here in the top corner, up on the screen. I also like that when you switch modes, so my scrapers and my ready grip tractor, those have taken over what's normally projected out there. So those get turned off in a different mode so that you have more real estate space for what you're working on. That's cool. I like that. Overall, pretty neat. Unfortunately, I can't say that I trust that I'm going to be able to do anything in this game until the air stops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave you guys here, and I'm going to try to get back to Faithful Dream and store the ship until next time. Part 2, where I actually do a salvage job. Until then, thanks so much for watching. I will be putting out some videos based on CitizenCon on each presentation, what I predicted, what actually happened, my thoughts on those. That'll be later. I think I really want to get into doing a little more gameplay footage like this. Well, not like this, you know, actual gameplay. And until then, thank you so much for watching, everyone. Goodbye, and have an awesome Vara. I have not been looking for masks, but at least I've carved a pumpkin. That's going to be coming out soon. Goodbye.